Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the booth. Live from Atlanta Motor Speedway, it's the USCL Division 1 Series. Championship Race 2 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway before we go to Iowa for the finale here in Season 5. A big race, one that had to be delayed by a week due to some very, very nasty weather in the Atlanta area last week. Week-long rain showers. Didn't think about moving the race up at all. We just don't have that type of planning, unfortunately, here in the USCL. So, we are here a week late, albeit, at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. But this is a lot different than the normal Atlanta Motor Speedway that we are used to. This is the old Atlanta Motor Speedway layout. We were able to age the track, and we have removed the restrictor plates from this car, and we now have just your classic intermediate style racing. So, before we get going, all right, my bad, I had to get something sorted out. But before we do get to the race, first of all, Austin out here displaying our brand new GT Sport cars. A brand new series comes to the USCL next season. It'll be its own separate series. Very, very advanced race cars, as you can see. Very excited for this thing right here. Absolutely roaring engine. But before we do that, let's go through today's starting grid. Today, in a very, very interesting race car, we have CJ2K gathering his first pole in the USCL, his USCL career. Lining up second, it's his teammate still in the championship hunt. It is Capo, one of our 4 championship drivers. And third, we have the 20 car of Trey trying to get a scheme on right now. He's a little bit late to qualifying, but he is very much also still in the hunt. Starting fourth, our 3rd championship driver. It is the number 7 of Queeg in that FAU car. Then in 5th, making his return to the USCL, it is the 92 car of Shmi for the Northern Racing Team in that beautiful scheme. Then, starting 6th, we have the number 71 of 76ers, aka Byron, in the Phasmophobia car. Starting 7th, we have the number 16 Skittles car, another championship contender of Hobbs. Starting 8th, we have the 12 car of Efsul, who was eliminated in the first round, hoping to capture his first win of the season today. In 9th, we have the 43 Steam car of Titler. Then in 10th, we have the 24 of Chase. In 11th, we have the Monster Energy Chevrolet of Henry. And rounding out the field, we have Alex, who is oh so close to a Championship 4 appearance. Needed a good run at Milwaukee. Had a good run. Queeg had an even better run. So let's take a quick look at the points before we do get going in this race tonight. They're all still pretty close after one race. We have Hobbs with 19, Trey with 18, Queeg with 18, and Kappa with 23 points. We'll try to keep an eye on the points, try to get you some live standings tonight as we go around. Also, we have the Honda Civic, a new, this is not a new manufacturer. The Dodge will be the new manufacturer next season in the USCL. We are going to go green this time. We have just been given the command. CJ, in that very strange looking car, it's going to roll off. We are green here from Atlanta for 150 laps. Going on to turn 1, he had an amazing start. We already have Chase, who jumped, he did this many times in the D2 race, even got penalized for it. Seems to be a common theme with that guy. I don't know, seems a little bit weird to me. We have the second. We have Kappa. Now, a little bit further back, we already have a battle for the third position. Those are two championship contenders. Right there, it is Trey and Queeg. Now, Shmee comes into the picture as well. He's trying to take away fourth. Looks like Queeg's going to get a little bit high up into the wall. Shmee is rolling that bottom very, very well. He was very fast in practice. Not really known for his oval expertise, more of a road course ringer. Now he's side by side. I believe that's for the fourth position, but Hobbs gives him a big shove to get him right back to the back of Trey. Early on, these guys are jostling for track position here. Hobbs and Queeg go side by side into the corner. They both wash up a little bit. I think they're both going to save it for the most part. Hobbs trying to roll that outside lane there. About even with Queeg as we head down into turns 3 and 4. See if Hobbs can hold strong on that high side. And Trey must have had an issue or something. F-Soul's way back here. I don't know what has happened in this start of the race. I don't know if F-Soul is not a lap down. He is up racing for the lead right now. We have 5 cars under a blanket right here. Apparently Taylor is 1 lap ahead. Interesting. So we're trying to put some pressure on Shmee here. 2 Toyota drivers. Both here not really racing for anything. They're racing strictly just for pride now. Trey trying to roll that bottom. Highline is the preferred groove, especially coming out of the corners. Queeg really rolling that top side very well. We're going to go 3 wide here off of turn 2. Hobbs with a power move to clear F-Soul. Trey really running low on that track right now. Looks like Queeg is getting into the wall. So will Hobbs. And the 12 and the 20 will pass through. Further up the road. Here's Shmee looking to make a move on CJ. CJ must have had a big moment. He had a huge lead because he's also been passed for a lead. CJ trying to roll that top. Shmee pulls a slide job. Parks the bus on CJ2K. And he takes the position. But here comes F-Soul now. This is a 3-car battle for second. About to be a 4-car battle. And Kappa is just driving away from it. Which is not what the other 3 Championship 4 contenders want to see. Obviously a 3-race Championship 4 this year. Let's go back to Trey. Our second Championship 4 in the running order right now. He's going to try to roll the top here. Try to build up some momentum to maybe get around some of these other cars. You would hope that the 12 and the 92 would not race them too hard. Obviously, being Toyota teammates, knowing what they are racing for here. 3 wide for a brief moment there in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Trey looks like he's not going to get that good of a run off, and F-Soul is going to drive away from him. CJ trying to roll that top. Really getting up into that high groove side by side with F-Soul right now. F-Soul trying to clear him off of 2. I don't think he will be able to do so. Really, really close racing here. So they're going to try to side draft the 12 here. The 12 pushes up the racetrack just a little bit. Trying to put the block on CJ here. CJ is going to cross over side by side with F-Soul going into turn 1. They're both going to push up a little bit. Trey looking to take advantage here. F-Soul in that preferred lane. CJ kind of takes away the air a little bit, and he takes 3rd position away from F-Soul. Good racing so far. Oh, CJ's going to get into the wall. Trey's going to go underneath him for 3rd place. That looks like that will be the end of that. A little bit further back here, we have a couple of Tricon teammates battling out for position here. This is for the 9th position. Alex so close to a Championship 4 berth. And ever since then, he's kind of struggled. But he had a great race at Milwaukee. Forgot how well he did at Bristol. Looks like Titler's going to get into the wall just a little bit there. And he's going to lose a lot of momentum And I'm sorry. The pace car is out on the track, absolutely gapping by everybody. Unbelievable scenes. I've never seen anything like this before. How do they have better setups than we do here? Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, we have a problem here. That was Kappa up into the wall. He just got passed for the lead. Shmi is now your new leader, I believe. Yes, he is, with Trey Rex in second, CJ in third, Efsul in fourth. Hobbs, your next Championship 4 contender, in fifth. He must have had a big moment there to get him back with these guys. That is definitely something that the likes of Trey wanted to see. We have 3 championship contenders right here, all battling for the 5th position right here. Kappa now with the yellow banner. He's going to get walled by Queeg here. Queeg apologizes, but I don't think Kappa's going to be too happy about that. 13 to go in stage 1. Shmi holding serve right now. Now Kappa under fire from Byron here, the Big Bug Racing 71 car. Oh wait, no, that's not Big Bug Racing. He was recently released by Big Bug Racing, so he's not even on a team right now. He is straight up just an uncharted, just kind of just driving on his own right now. Oh, Queeg overcooks the corner. He's going to get into the wall. And looks like Kappa will take 6th place. So we got a little battle going on here for second, it looks like. Actually, we have a battle for 4th, looks like, between Efsul and Hobbs here. Efsul going to try to make it stick on the bottom. Can't quite get to his side there. Wanted to try to side draft there a little bit. Looks like Hobbs has a little bit of dirty air on the 12 here. Let's see if the 12 can build up a run on exit here. Oh, they make contact in the tri-oval. Hobbs will still hold that position. These guys can all make it to the end of the stage on fuel and tires. Efsul trying to pack the air there on the quarter panel of the 16. Can't quite make it stick. Very hard to pass, I think, with these setups. But it creates for some very good racing. Efsul into the wall. That's going to kill a lot of his momentum. And that is exactly what Hobbs wanted to see in that 16 machine. The leader of the points currently so far. I'll try to get updated points after this stage is over. I'll try to add up all the points. Hobbs runs in 4th right now. Kappa right now in last with only 13 points. He would definitely love a stage point or 2. He's going to race Efsul hard for this stage point, I would imagine. He's going to go on the bottom. Him and Efsul touch, make contact. Efsul trying to get the run out of the corner, and he will. They're going to remain side by side as we come to the start finish line here. Efsul trying to side draft. Kappa trying to pull a slide job here. I don't think he's going to quite be clear. He does clear the 12 of Efsul, but I think Efsul's going to have a better run here, and he can't go anywhere with it. Great move by Kappa. Power move to get up into the top 5. And he gives off a little bit of dirty air to the 12, and now the 12 is just falling back right now. Shmi still holding serve out in front. He has got a rocket ship in that 92 car. Again, was fast earlier this season before he decided to take a hiatus. You can see him roll that top lane. Gets catching a little bit of fence there on exit. I don't think that's going to affect him too much. But these two front-running Toyotas look strong so far. Trey, probably good with the stage points that he has right now, currently in his lap, but I'm sure he would love a little bit more. Trey, notorious for being a very aggressive driver, really has toned it down in recent weeks, recent months, I would say, and it has led to a lot more winning, which is something I did not expect, something that not a lot of people expected. Trey to absolutely dominate the season like he has. Definitely a favorite, or maybe even the favorite, going into the round of 4 here. About 0.8 of a second back from the 92 of Shmi with 6 laps to go here. Always time for the 92 to maybe make a mistake and he can catch up, but these two are driving very well right now. They have not made very many mistakes. Shmi hasn't made a mistake, and that's how he's gotten up here. Shmi, another driver who was ridiculed a lot in the USCL for sure. Smart, clean driving so far, and it's gotten him out to the front. Now it looks like we have a battle for third. Hobbs has taken over the third position. Obviously, Trey wants to see that 16 drop back as far as he can, so Trey can maybe get the lead of the championship points and maybe build a cushion. I don't know how hard CJ is going to race him here. Let's take a look at this car here. Very strange looking car here. Monster Energy logos on the side, Wendy's on the front, Shell on the top. I think this is the number 22, but I cannot really tell. Let's ride on board with CJ2K. Pole sitter for this race, obviously. Oh, the 16 got into the wall, and he drives into the back of his teammate Hobbs there. Now Hobbs gets back underneath him, had a good run coming out of the corner. Hobbs retakes third. F-Stool has also gotten by Kappa for the fifth position. Kappa not getting stage points here would hurt him a lot. Side by side going down the backstretch, I think Hobbs is going to have the advantage going into 3. CJ trying to roll the top, build an advantage, turn back down low, maybe get a run on the 16. He's to his back bumper. Now, where will he go in this turn? He's going to try to roll the top. 16 opts for a lower line here. It'll help him in the middle of the corner, but I think CJ's going to have a great run coming out of the corner here. Now the 16 pulls away. F-Stool not far behind here. We come to the white flag here. One more time around for stage 1. How about the 92 of Shmi? I don't think anyone could have seen this coming. Strong performance here in stage 1 from the 92 car. He's going to come around turns 3 and 4, and he's going to win the first stage here at Atlanta. A caution-free first stage. And Trey will get second. Hobbs third, F-Stool fourth, CJ fifth. Oh, Trey actually has won the stage. I had a Fox moment. I absolutely missed that. I don't know how that happened. But I think Shmi must have had a moment. He made a mistake. I said that he's been driving very cleanly so far. Obviously not there. Big mistake for Shmi. And we'll go down to pit road here. We're going to follow some of these championship drivers here. I think these are all of them in a line right here. Not quite. I think 4 tires and fuel will be the call for almost everyone here. We have Trey in his pit stall here. Kappa coming to his pit stall. Another Championship 4 driver. 7 of Queeg. We'll see who wins the race off pit road here. Side by side, Trey and Hobbs. Trey is going to get it off of pit road. Hobbs second, Shmi third. While we wait to go back to the green flag, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Chili's wanted to reintroduce the presidente margaritas to our NASCAR audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the kitchen. Raditente, that's all I want to do is Raditente. Now, Is this here country song about Chili's Presidente margaritas? Just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente margaritas? Yup, sure is. Presidente.
Back live here from Atlanta. Trey is your leader currently as we come to the restart zone. We're back green here from Atlanta. Trey, the winner of your first stage. I believe Hobbs did get third, so I'll have those updated points for you. I believe Trey now leads the championship with 23 points, and Hobbs has 22, I believe. So Trey leads the championship by 1 point, and Queeg, I don't think, got stage points. I'm already forgetting. I'm already having a dementia moment. Trey looking to drive away from all of these guys right now. Hobbs under fire right now. Hobbs under fire from Titler. Who would have thought of this? Oh, the 12 is into the wall. Oh, Hobbs is in big trouble right now. Losing positions, bleeding positions. It looks like we have a little bit of a battle for the lead now. See the field go by there. This is Chase Anublo in 4th place currently, racing another championship. This Chase is not a championship contender, but racing championship contender. That is the 7 of Queeg. He's trying to go around for 3rd. Showed some speed in practice. Power move there, trying to clear himself off of 2. We have a battle for the lead too, up here at the front. Probably the 2 best cars so far, the 20 of Trey, the 92 of Shmi, both Toyota teammates. Not teammates by organization, but teammates by manufacturer. Trey is racing for a championship. Shmi saying, I don't care. I'm here to win this race. Race 1 of the round of 4 was won by a non-playoff driver in the 32 of Crowdy. Picks up his 3rd win of the season. Absolute banger at Bristol last week. 92 Shmi going to the inside, side by side with Trey. I think Trey's going to be able to clear him down this front stretch, though. Trey prefers that outside, and if he can take it away from Shmi, he believes that he can stay in front of him. 19 laps to go here in stage number 2. It's that 3rd stage that's going to be a really long one. It's going to be a 100-lap stage. Obviously, we've had these shorter runs. We see what the car does on shorter runs, but how will the strategy play out in that last stage? These longer stages have really shown to be some great strategy races in the USCL. Trey clears for the lead from now. Here comes Shmi on the outside lane, trying to build up a run. He's going to make a aggressive move to the bottom, side by side with Trey, down the back straightaway. Shmi will clear for the lead. Now here comes the 24 of Chase. Him and Trey have a history. That is for sure. Him and Trey have a big history. Goes back to when they were both racing at SBR. Oh, Chase is just going to drive into the back of Trey. Again, these are 2 non-championship competitors around the 20 here. Giving no quarter here. Trey's going to try to roll the bottom here. Getting a side draft here from Shmi right on his corner panel. Not able to build up a run. Chase is going to go around the bottom. Now he's looking for the lead. Big move from Chase Anublo. Trey going to the bottom now. We're right on board with Trey. Now here comes Chase. Right to the back bumper of the 92. He moves him up out of the groove a little bit. I don't know if he'll be able to get the run, though. He will. They're side by side. Shmi clears for now. Trey with a big run going around the outside of the 24 car. He clears. Now trying to make a move on the 92. Drove it in really, really deep. Chase going to catch a little bit of outside wall. Looks like the 12 car. No, he wasn't pitting. He was just trying to rejoin. Chase trying to roll that top lane. He's going to get a good run here on the 20.
He looks bottom. He cuts through the grass. I think it's legal on the last lap. I think it's legal with 14 to go in the first stage. It's going to wash up, and I believe he has cleared Trey Rex 99. Trey's not done with yet. Pushing him into the corner. Trying to let that 24 make a mistake and see if the 20 can pounce. Go back to Queeg, who has a bird's eye view of this right now, just watching this battle take place. You see all the cars pass by here. Queeg getting a little bit of pressure from 5th place Hobbs right now. As they stand right now, like I said, Trey is leading the championship hunt. 12 laps to go on the stage now. Shmi still holding serve. Chase in 2nd, Trey in 3rd. 4th is Queeg. 5th is Hobbs. But that position for 4th might change here. We have a battle for 4th. Hobbs trying to build up a run here. On that top side. Hobbs trying to roll the top now. Dives below Queeg. I don't know if he can make it stick. We'll see if he can. Side by side now coming out of turn 2. Queeg rolled that top. He's going to have more momentum. Now they've caught Trey. Trey must have had a bit of a slip up. So now we have 3 championship contenders all under a blanket here. And the 4th is not much further down the road. We have the 29 here of Kappa. Not really a lot of people around him so far. Getting pressure, though, from the 71 of Byron. Byron gets into the wall, tried to go low there on Alex. Was not able to clear him. Alex gets by for a position. This is the view from Trey Rex's bumper cam. 2 very hungry championship drivers right behind them. But he also has 2 non-playoff drivers in front of him battling it out for the lead. These 3 have been battling hard for this lead. Now here comes Chase on the bottom of the 20 of the 91 of Shmi. Oh, he's going to try to pull a slide job, and he gets into the wall. Slide job gone wrong, and now Trey goes on the bottom side by side as they come out of turn 2. Chase now. Trying to roll the top, trying to get back all that momentum lost. Trey and Shmi side by side. Shmi trying to build up a run on the outside to clear Trey, and he will do just that. They took away the top from Trey, and now Trey is in trouble with the 24 car. I think tire wear is going to come into effect just a little bit. They've run these tires for quite a while now. Chase and Trey even as they enter turn 3. Trey going to try to make a move below Chase. Chase kind of blocks it, but Trey is going to be able to make the move. Never mind, Chase just drives away. Has no lift up off the bottom of the corner there. Chase is into the wall, tried to make a move on the lead, ends up walling himself, and falls back to 3rd yet again. Further back, Kappa is taken 4th, as the 7 and the 16 were both battling hard for 4th place. Kappa was able to pass both of them. But now under fire from Hobbs and Queeg. They're going to both go just drive right by them on the low side. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide here off of turn 2. Kappa trying not to push up too hard. The 16 gets into the wall. causes a bit of an accordion effect. There's still 3 abreast as they come into turn 3. Kappa pushes up, and the 16 is in the wall. Falling back out of stage points contention. And now those two will battle for the last stage points. Those are 2 championship drivers right there with an issue. Trey back into second, trying to get away from that 24 car and track down the leader. To be honest, I think everyone can attest, you want to be nowhere near that 24 car. Might as well put a plow on that 24 car's front splitter. I don't know what you call it, bumper. So as you can see, as they run right now, Shmee in first, Trey in second, Chase in third, Kappa in fourth, Queeg in fifth, Hobbs in sixth, Alex in seventh, F-Swoon in eighth, Titler in ninth, Byron in 10th, and CJ taking up the rear at the 11th place right now, who was the pole sitter for this race. So we'll see if he can get it turned around at all. Now Trey, trying to track down Shmee. Does he try to just hold on to the stage points that he has right now? Or does he try to get more? Widen that gap to second place in the championship standings. As we talked about earlier, Trey leads all the championship drivers in points right now by, I think, one singular point. Oh, and Shmee has a big problem. He gets it to the wall. Trey goes around. He's now leading. White flag is in the air for stage 2. Trey looking to sweep the stages. This would be huge for him. Shmee is going to give away yet another stage win tonight. It looks like Trey will win stage 2. Shmee second, Chase third, Kappa fourth, and then we're going to have a big battle here for the last stage point. Coming to the line, who's going to get the last stage point? Hobbs will get it. He gets 1 stage point. Kappa gets 2. Queeg with 0. That will end stage 2. Everyone, catch your breath for a second. Absolute mayhem here in Atlanta so far. Some great racing. Hits are now open. Everyone making a stop. 4 tires and fuel. We'll see who gets here first. Chase had a great pit stop. Rocketing out to the front. He will take the lead off of pit road. Trey in second, Hobbs in third, Shmee in fourth, Kappa in fifth. We're going to go green this time. Once again, after a word from our sponsors.
Whopper, Junior, double, triple, Whopper. Real taste with perfect toppers. I rule this day. Lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup. It's okay if I don't want that impossible or bacon. Whopper, any Whopper, my way. Your season today. MBK. And in your way.
Welcome back to the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Chase now takes the lead of the race. The pace car is on the track, but he said, screw it, I'm going green with the rest of the field. And he absolutely rockets away. Man, that pace car has some serious horsepower under there. Hobbs with a great restart going around the outside of Trey. trying to take away the second position from him. But we have Chase in the 24 leading right now, and here comes Shmee on the bottom. Oh, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead here going into turn 3. We'll see how this works out. Where will everyone go? They slide off the racetrack just a little bit. The top 5 under a blanket right now. Trey trying to clear Chase coming off of turn 2. He's going to do it. But now he has to block that run from Hobbs. He's unable to do it. Here comes Hobbs now. Haven't really talked about him a lot outside of just battling for stage points. Bray around the bottom. Cannot clear the 29 Hobbs. Now here comes Kappa, the hometown kid. Atlanta is his track. It's his home track, and it's a track that he has dominated before. 3 wide for the lead. Chase trying to throw his hat into the ring. Oh, and there goes the 16. They saved it, though. They were sideways for a second, man. What a boneheaded move from the 24. Pushing up was obviously very tight. Almost took out 2 championship contenders. Look at Alex now. Where did he come from? He's in contention for this thing. Trey trying to roll the top, trying to get around Chase. He gets a huge run. He's going to go below Chase now. To the bottom now, the 24 goes Trey. Gets a little bit of a love tap from Shmee. Trying to roll the bottom, getting around Chase. Chase had the preferred lane. They are dead even as they come to the start-finish line and into turns 1 and 2. Trey once again trying to make that bottom work. Hobbs washes up into the 24 of Trey. Trey's going to clear the 24 back into that preferred lane. Here comes Hobbs on the bottom. I think Trey is right where he wants to be. Hobbs pushes up just a little bit. Now here comes Chase, 3 wide on the bottom. Chase's run kind of stalls out. Trey back to the lead. And now into the top 5. How about Alex in that 1 car? Absolutely out of nowhere. Hobbs did not look like he had race-winning pace for the first 2 stages, but now he has found himself in a rather favorable position. But now he has to battle with the 24 of Chase. Hobbs trying to block the run from Chase now. He's not going to be able to. Chase on the outside. Look at the run that he got side by side with Hobbs now. Going to try to roll the bottom again and push up maybe to stall out the run of Chase. No, he's just going to let Chase have it. Unless he can clear. And he can on the bottom. Chase is going to try a crossover now, and he gets it side by side again going into turn 1 and 2. Trey loves to see this type of battling in his mirror. Now here comes Kappa onto his teammate, the 16 of Hobbs. Chase rolled the bottom very well there. And now he's going to block the run from Hobbs. Man, this 24 is all over the road today. Right on the back bumper of Chase. And here comes the pace car. The pace car has blazing speed. Look at him just absolutely drive by all of these guys. This is the view on Trey's car right now. 2nd through about 7th. All close racing under a blanket. And then you have the rest of the field. Lap 61 of 150 here. Still about 90 laps to go in this race here at Atlanta. Chase now takes over 2nd place from Hobbs. And now we have the 2 FM cars working together. Now here comes Shmee. Dominant in those first 2 stages. Could not hold on to any of those stage wins, however. Oh, there's a crash! The 24 cleared himself high. Pushed up. There's the 16 and a little bit of beef now. The 16 showed his displeasure there to Chase. And now the 16 is in the wall, and now these 2 are side by side again. Absolute pandemonium here. Looks like in the middle of turns 1 and 2, I think the 24 made an aggressive move to try to get under the 16, failed, cleared himself, and the 16 of Hobbs was not happy. We saw that all from Chase's onboard. He showed his displeasure, and he was not happy at all. Yeah, Hobbs not. He put the 24 into the wall. Not happy at all. He said, I'm racing for a championship. They both just got 1 off threes. I think the punishment fits the crime. The 29 was sideways there. And he loses a shit ton of track position. He's going to fall all the way back to 9th, I think. Oh, huge and bad break for that car there, the driver, the number 29. And now, all of a sudden, I believe Chase is back in 4th place. And look who's in 3rd. How about F-Soul in the 12 car? Was wondering about mid-pack earlier. Highlighted him a couple of times. Now, it's Toyota. 1, 2, 3. Trey in 1st. Shmee in 2nd. F-Soul in 3rd. Alex, not too far behind. He's in 8th, but he was in the conversation just a little bit earlier. Oh, man, we are many a wide back here. If I can find a good camera. 4 wide as we enter turn 3 here. CJ back into the mix a little bit. He's going to catch a little bit of outside wall. Now it's just these 3 here. Queeg and Hobbs side by side as they come off of turn 4. 2 championship 4 drivers here. And we have Alex, who's not done with yet. He's going to go around the outside. Almost made it 3 wide. Showed his nose just a little bit. That beautiful number 1 Red Bull paint scheme. He's going to go to the bottom here, Queeg. Hobbs, Queeg, still side by side. Queeg, this FAU card, this was the card that he wanted at Milwaukee. Perhaps could give him some good luck. Only 1 win on the season, but when the lights were brightest, absolutely dominated Milwaukee. Secured himself a spot in the championship 4. Oh, they're both in the wall here. Hobbs takes advantage. Queeg back to the back bumper, though. Some great racing here. This is all for the 5th position here. You can see as they run to the left of us. It's still Toyota 1, 2, 3. Looks like we have a battle for 2nd currently. Oh, the 16 gets into the wall. I think Hobbs right now just needs to take a second. He needs to take a breather right now. He is driving very flustered, and I don't blame him right now. He is in a swath of cars currently. Can't seem to get around them, and got raced rather hard for position by a non-championship 4 driver. I think that would make any driver competing for the championship, I believe that would make them just a little bit upset. Now, Queeg goes around the outside here. We actually have some radio transmission from the 16 of Hobbs here. Once we get that from our end, we will wire it through to you guys.
I looped data, and when the caution came out, I was ahead of him. So it is so popular. Somebody, we get a yellow, so now I don't get the 4th position on the restart. You've got to be kidding me. Is this 2013, 2012 again?
Hobbs not very happy. Not a happy camper in the 16 team right now. And, I mean, why would you be? We have Alex in 5th position here. Slowly has been working his way up through the field today. Now has his eyes set on Chase. We'll ride along with the one car. The Red Bull onboard cam. Shmee still leads this race. Alex is going to try to go around the top. Now he pulls a little bit of a switchback, and the 24 car's into the wall. Right back on his back bumper, though. Chase has a fast car, just needs a little bit of track position. And maybe he can contend. But him not contending might be the best for the rest of the field. Because I don't think anyone wants to see him up there. This Chase hate session has been sponsored by Alec. Do it right. Right to the back of the one car. Oh, and into the wall goes the 24 of Chase. And now under fire from the 16 of Hobbs. Here's the one car. Currently trying to chase down that 12 car and get away from Chase Anugle. Oh, the one car goes into the wall. Now the 16 of Hobbs says, get out of my way, and goes around the bottom. Hobbs now into the 4th position. This would be good points for him. Obviously, no more stages. This is a race for the pit stop right now. And as we look through everyone, tires are wearing at a pretty alarming rate here. Obviously, Atlanta, really tough on the tires, notoriously. And then the fuel as well. All of them are about at 500 right now. So about a third of a tank left for all of these guys. When will they make the pit stops? No one knows. But now, it's time for Crank It Up. And while we were in that cranking up session, the 24 did actually make a pit stop. So trying to undercut everyone else, it looks like. Interesting strategy. Coming from the camp of the 24 here. But when you're not racing for points or anything, you're just trying to do anything in your power. You're just trying to make any sort of progress that you can. They're just throwing a Hail Mary at this point, and I don't mind it. It looks like we have a couple of cars, maybe just one car on pit road, I believe. Yes, we do have one car on pit road. I can't quite make out who that is. Well, that's actually the 71 who actually has parked it. So no one is on pit road currently. As we come around, Shmee still holding serve at this race. Looks like we have some side-by-side action here between two teammates. Hobbs in the 16 and Kaplan the 29. Looks like the racing has calmed down just a little bit right now. Now we have a Championship 4 driver who has been on the struggle bus today. And that's the 7 car of Queeg. Oh, the 24 of Chase just slowed up out of nowhere. I don't know where that came from. Must have gone to the wall or something. A few laps or the corner prior. Oh, and you can see the grip levels really falling away on these cars currently. I believe we do have one coming to pit road. We have a couple coming to pit road. We have the 1 car on pit road. He is in and out of his pit box. We have even more takers on pit road. So that was the Tricon cars right now. And I believe we have almost everyone else coming down pit road right now. The 92 of Shmi is in. The 20 of Trey is in. We have CJ is in. We have his 2FM teammate. The 29 is in. The 7 is in. Hobbs is still out in front of this race, I do believe, at this moment. He's trying to run it long, it looks like. No, Hobbs has already made his pit stop. So we have F-Stool running it long currently right now. And now he dives down pit road. Hobbs has actually not made his pit stop yet. We'll ride along with him here. As I imagine he will be making a pit stop here. Yes, he is. Gotta watch the rev limit here. Very conservative pit road entry for the 16. We'll see where this all cycles out. The 24 pit really early. I don't know how that plays into his strategy, but I guess we will see. I think Shmi is still the overall leader of this race, and Chase is in 3rd. So he didn't really gain anything, but he didn't really lose anything either. Shmi is gone. Shmi just absolutely driving away from the field. We'll see the gap to Trey here. It's a big one. So, we will be right back after this commercial break because I have to go piss. Welcome back to the USCO Media's coverage of the Atlanta D1 race, the second race of the round of 4. I have the live points up right now, just based off of the first 2 stage results. This is not counting a driver's actual finishing results. So, counting just the stages right now, not counting what place they are in right now. Trey at the stage break was 5 points ahead of Hobbs. Trey had 28 points, Hobbs with 23, Queeg with 18, who did not get any stage points tonight, and Kappa with 15, who only gained 2 stage points tonight. So Trey is ahead right now, and that would hold serve if they finished how they finished right now. I have no idea what the points are going to look like after the races. We still have a couple of pit road cycles to get through. We've had no cautions so far for an incident. Shmee is just driving away from the field. Clean driving so far from the 92. Hasn't made a couple mistakes, I should say, outside of hitting the wall a few times. Other than that, great race so far from the 92. Not really a lot of battles going around on the track right now. I lied. There's a battle for third. Hobbs actually finds himself a lap down. So I actually got some reports on this. He actually hit a part of the wall out of turn 2. End up spinning out. That's what slowed Chase up earlier. So he lost a lot of track position, had to come in for pits, and obviously lost a lap after that. So that is what happened to Hobbs. So wasn't a bad day going, but it has turned really bad now. We have 4 cars all on the line here. This is a battle for third here. We have the 24 of Chase, I feel like he's been in the top 5 all day. Kappa, who's had a very up and down day, and Alex, who has slowly but methodically been making his way through the field. He's under fire from CJ right now. Alex drives away for a second. Now eyeing in on Kappa. Kappa, obviously a Championship 4 contender. He just walled the 24 car. He said, "Get out of my way. I am done dealing with you." And Chase has just lost a lot of track position. Just lost 4 spots right there in almost one corner. Started with Kappa, and it was just a domino effect from there. Got into the 1 car. Got pushed up the racetrack. I don't believe Chase is going to be really happy about that. Trying to roll the outside here, right across the nose of CJ2K. 2 non-playoff guys right here, but they're still racing pretty hard for it. We have Efsul, who is now taking position number 5, trying to track down the 1 car. And how about the 29, who is now in 3rd place? This would be huge, huge points for him. After only picking up 2 stage points, not really having track position all night, a top 3 finish would go a long way for this 29 team. But now he's under fire from the 1 car of Kappa. The 1 car of Alex. Sorry, I'm going crazy. This would keep Kappa squarely in the championship hunt. Obviously, it's not over. Theoretically, it's never over until, obviously, we get to Iowa next week. But you want to be as close as you can. You want to be within striking distance. And if Kappa is in striking distance, watch out, because we have seen what he has done before. 2-time champion of the USCL. Last championship was in season 2. Racing Alex really hard. A guy who arguably should have been in the championship 4. Strong season from the 1 car. But he's trying to cap it off tonight. The 1 started at the back and just slowly but surely has been making his way to the front with his fellow Toyotas in 1st and 2nd right now. Let's get an update on Queeg, another Championship 4 driver. Right now, after the stage break, was 10 points behind Trey has gotten no stage points tonight, and it looks like things have gone south in a hurry for the 7 car. Riding around right now in 9th place, being outrun by Titler right now. Just not the night that the 7 car needed. Obviously, we've seen with his back against the wall what he can do. And we saw that at Milwaukee, where he swept the stages, won the race, out-dueled Hobbs, got himself into the championship 4. So it's never really over with this 7 team, but this is definitely not the run that they were looking for tonight. And I think there's one thing that Queeg hopes to see right now, and that is a yellow flag waving. He needs a caution right now to kind of bunch the field back up, because right now he is hurting for track position, and I don't think it's going to improve much with these next pit cycles. We go back to the battle for 3rd. Almost side by side once again. Kappa holding on to 3rd right now. I don't think anyone right now has something for these top 2 right now. And Chase Anublo has started the pit cycle. He made the first pit stop once again. I don't know what this means for the rest of the race for him. Can he make it on 1 stop, or will he have to split it up into 2 stops from now on? I actually don't know how long everyone can run. I think we'll look at the Toyota guys. Right now, if I'm in the shoes of the Toyota guys, they're probably trying to make it on 2 more stops. The stop that's coming up here in a couple of laps, actually, they might be trying to make it in 1 more stop, if I were to guess. They might try to stretch this as long as they can. It'll be interesting to see how the track position plays out. We only have 2 cars right now that are not on the lead lap, and that's the 9 car of Hobbs and the 10 car of Chase Anublo. Some guys further back in the pack, maybe if I were Queeg right now, I think you have 2 options right now if you're Queeg. You either pit right now, try to put the fresh tires to an advantage, see what happens, maybe try to get a bit of an undercut, or he tries to ride it out for as long as he can, try to catch a caution, potentially, and then pit. Hard racing here. This is for the 3rd position. CJ has, actually, no, this is for the 4th position. Kappa must have had a moment that we missed, because we are basically Fox. Oh, he just walled the 12 car of F-Soul. Okay, buddy. F-Soul has shown that he is not afraid to retaliate. He's done it before. Did it to a fellow Toyota at Charlotte, the 45 of me, Mason. He did that to me at Charlotte after I didn't even wall him. And he is just losing control right now. It is slipping away from the 12 car. Hasn't been a great season for him, and it kind of continues here. Looks like Alex was just recently passed for the 3rd position. And now we have two 2FM cars racing it out for 3rd. Kappa still squarely in the championship hunt. CJ eliminated last round. Kappa on that high side, trying to build up a run here. You can see that CJ rolls to the bottom very well, but has nothing for Kappa coming out of the corner. It looks like the grip is really falling away on that 1 car here. He has lost another position. That car is getting much weaker as the run goes on. We have 42 laps to go right now. Shmi's about to make it 41. 41 laps to go. And you can just see the gap between the top 2. There's Shmi right there. You can see Trey right there. That's the 16 of Hobbs. That is a lap car. Trey sounds like he's been pretty happy overall with the balance of his car. Just does not have anything for that 92 right now currently. Maybe on this next pit cycle, he can get up there. But I imagine these 2 will probably be pitting really close together. You can see Hobbs just trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. He got caught back in traffic, and as Kyle Busch once said, when you run with the shit, you get shit on. got involved in an incident, this would be catastrophic for Hobbs. It wouldn't knock him squarely out of the race for the championship, but it would definitely hurt his chances for sure going into Iowa. There's no doubt about that. I wonder if Hobbs has made his pit stop yet. He has not made his pit stop. You can see the pace that this 16 car has. Obviously, it just won't be enough not to catch the 92 and not with any sort of track position right now. Battle for fourth. F-Stool. Probably not very happy with CJ2K right now. Right on board with the 12 car here. Man, that grip is really falling away in that 12. I would not be surprised to see him come down pit road very, very soon. You can see Chase Newbull. He was the first car on pit road. He might cycle out to the lead in this thing, but that grip is going to fall away very, very quickly. I don't think he can make it to the end. Maybe on fuel, but I don't think he can on tires. All these guys are in a tire deficit right now. You can see the gap that Shmee has opened up. 7 seconds over Trey, who was our first Championship 4 driver in the running order. You can see him running the bottom right now, trying to preserve those tires. Obviously, ripping around the top can really degrade those tires. Trying to get to the bottom, there's just a little bit less of an aggressive banking. Just riding around the bottom, trying to make these tires last and make what I assume to be his final pit stop. But I think the grip is just falling away on these cars right now. I believe Titler has made a pit stop. We have a car coming down pit road currently. Trying to get a read on, that is Titler right there, making what I assume is his final pit stop. Titler been running near the back all race. But if that's what he wants to do, more power to him. You go to the 12 car of F-Stool, struggling mightily. The tires are cording on this 12 car. The grip is falling away quickly. Oh, a little bit of an incident here. The 29 car was in the grass somehow. No idea how that happened. We just cut back to that. The 12 car of Chase. Oh, and here we go. Making their pit stops now. Here comes the 20 car. Trey is on pit road. Shmee running it a little bit longer. This is the money stop right here for Trey. He needs to get in and out of his box quickly. Can he get a jump on that 92 maybe? In and out of his box. There goes Trey. Now Queeg looks like he has made his final pit stop on a similar strategy to Trey, but I just don't think it's going to work out for Queeg. He was hurting for track position. Shmee really running this thing long right now. Now here comes the 2FM drivers making their pit stops. These two have been side by side essentially the whole race. Shmee is still out there putting these guys multiple laps down. I don't know what running long here is going to do for Shmee. Kappa is going to get out for CJ2K. F-Stool is going to be right behind both of them. And there goes Trey around the outside of Kappa. Now Kappa looks like he's going to be under fire from the 1 car. Shmee still out there. He's basically lapped the entire field at this point. This is the battle for second right now. These two guys are both a lap down. Hobbs and Chase. Chase takes over second. You can see the amount of fuel he has left. I don't know if he's going to try to stretch this. I don't think he can stretch it. Schmie gets into the wall here, and that's his signal. He's coming in to make his final pit stop. Money stop here for Schmie. Can he still come out in front of that 20 car, who has also been bad fast? Kappa is to the back now of the 20, however. Hobbs also makes a pit stop. 1 lap down currently. I don't think that's going to change after this pit stop. Schmie, now off of pit road. Where is the 20 of Trey, the next car in the running order? Technically, it's Chase. But Chase, I don't think, can make it all the way. Now here comes Trey. Still going to be miles and miles behind that 92 car. But here is Chase Anubel now on slightly worn tires. Okay. That was ridiculous. Chase absolutely just tried to take out the leader. Two of the more aggressive drivers, I would say, in the USCL. Schmie pretty much known for his aggressiveness. And Chase known for his very puzzling moves, I would say. These two racing for the lead, gonna get dicey. That's for sure. They have left the entire pack in the dust currently. Trey actually in fifth. Oh, the 92 pulled a crossover move. And he retakes the lead. Right now, I just don't think Chase can make it to the end here. There goes Chase now, making his final pit stop. He missed the commitment cone. Chase has missed the commitment cone. That should be a pit road penalty. I would imagine. Look at this swath of cars that we have here. Trey has gotten back around the 29 of Kappa. .24 to go now. I believe everyone has made their final pit stops. Schmie is just driving away with this thing. Trey holding on to second right now. He would love second place right now. And even if Kappa finished where he did, I think he'd be okay with that too. Because obviously Hobbs is way off the pace. Here comes CJ to the bottom. Trey in that preferred outside lane here. Kappa giving a push to his teammate. Oh, really tight here as we come off the corner. Chase Anubel is a lap down right now. Oh, he just pushes the two Toyotas into the wall. Fresher tires than all of these guys. Might just be wise just to let him by. He's trying to get around all these guys. Trying to race for his lap back, obviously. Oh, Chase just walled the 29. Now we're 4 wide down the backstretch for a moment. Trey probably screaming at his Toyota teammates to let him by. He's going to get underneath Efsul and Alex. Let's put him in the 6th position currently. From 2nd to 6th. Further up the road, Chase, he's not even he is a lap down, leaning on the 29 car. That is a Ford that he is doing that to, an Alliance teammate. I don't think Mr. Ford, I don't know who Mr. Ford is in this server, will be not too happy about that, if I were to assume. But we're gonna stay on this camera because this is an absolute swath of race cars right now. Everyone's trying to work their way through. Chase gonna push up into Kappa. You can see Queeg over there on the left. Not too happy right now about the handling of his race car currently. He's running almost dead last. Contact there between the 24 and the 12 car. Efsul trying to get around Chase here. Oh, there's trouble there. There goes the 24 car. He goes around. 1 car incident. We will stay green. He actually saved it pretty well. He's still side by side with Alex. Probably the best case scenario right there for the 12 car, just to stay in this race. Further up the road, here comes Kappa trying to get around his teammate of CJ. We'll see if the racing is any different. Kappa trying to get around his teammate right now. Does he conceive the position? Knowing how this could help Kappa. And he's just going to drive by. Oh, man, big contact there. And it looks like CJ has just lost a ton of spots. Falling way back. Trey will now take the 3rd position. CJ concedes 4th. Well, he is in 4th, I should say. See Chase putting those fresh tires to work here. Actually, the last car in the running order currently. Caution would really flip this race upside down. Chase right now just kind of having a bit of a joyride. Trey riding around in 3rd. He would love 3rd position. I'm sure he would want more. But he has had a phenomenal race so far, sweeping the first 2 stages. But he has had nothing for this guy. The 92 Shmee has been on rails today. This car has been absolutely hooked up. Let's take a ride on board with the 92 car here. Actually running the middle line here. Kind of want to get into that top groove and really build up some momentum. Looks like he's taking a really conservative approach right now with 14 laps to go. Hey, I don't mind it. Almost no pressure at all in his mirror. Now Trey looking up the road, trying to track down that 29 of Kappa. Kappa now under fire with Chase. Kappa driving Chase down to the apron, not happy with how he's being raced right now by the 24. And I don't blame him. That is a lap car. And now here comes Trey out of nowhere. And Kappa almost into the wall. So that battling right there just brought the 29 and the 20 together. Championship implications here. Kappa would love a second place here. That would help him immensely going into Iowa. Obviously, second place is 20 points. Third place is 15 points. So you don't think this spot matters right here? It does. It matters a lot. Now with Chase hopefully getting out of the way of these battles, hopefully we can see a good one here. I would wager that these guys are going to race like it was almost for the win here. Because this is huge for these guys right here. Kappa, not a great first race, obviously. And he hasn't had a great day today. However, these points, 20 points from the finishing position, I believe it'd be 20 points, would be monumental for him, would definitely help him in his quest for his third championship. Technically, the history books only say that he has won one championship, but we all know the season 1 championship was horseshit. 10 laps to go here. Let's go through the field here. Obviously, in first, we have the dominant car of the day. Shmee has finished second in both stages after mistakes led to Trey getting the win in the first 2 stages. But he has been on rails. This car is hooked up here in this third stage. Then we go to Kappa. Oh, that's getting into the back of the 24 right now. Still under fire from Trey currently. Kappa right now has an up and down day. Not a lot of stage points really to show, but he is here in the thick of it as we end this race here. His home track, hoping to come away with a good result. Then we have Trey to the outside of him right now. Trey has probably been the second best car in this field tonight, just only trailing Shmee. Those Toyotas have figured something out tonight, and it was the night to do it for sure, as it is crunch time right now in these playoffs. How about in fourth? CJ, the pole sitter for this race. Solid stage 1, catastrophic stage 2, but is back up in the mix here in stage number 3. CJ, obviously a very rough season for him. He couldn't even win the most unlucky driver award, but he was in the running for that when we did the USCL awards just a couple of weeks ago. Good to see him running well here tonight. About fifth, we have another Toyota, the 12 car of F-Soul. He's been in and out of the mix here today, just kind of running around mid-pack, which I bet F-Soul wish he could have done earlier in the season. Some really bad results really did him in earlier in the year, but still it made the playoffs. Unfortunately, it was a round 1 exit, and you could see the grip levels falling away from that 12 car right now. How about we go lastly to the 1 car of Alex. Truthfully, he's been really fast tonight. Started at the back, had to work his way up. Just right now, not a good pit cycle. Hasn't had the track position that he has needed. And now looks like he's going to have to concede for a finish outside of the top 5. So not a great day for him. Out for third here, Trey has lost Kappa pretty much. With the grip levels falling away, you're going to see people try to migrate all around the track. Search for any sort of grip that they got here. Because there's not much with that right front tire fall off. Trust me, not a lot of tire left on these race cars here as we come 5 laps to go. Trey's going to get moved up out of the groove here by CJ. CJ into his quarter panel here. Trying to get a little bit of side draft. Trey clears him down the backstretch. Up into the wall goes Trey. Turning back down, CJ makes the pass. Trey right now I just don't think has the grip levels to really compete with anyone. Oh, wow, big lag spike, and F-Soul is getting around Trey now. I don't even know what's going on. The multiple in the wall right now. We come to 3 to go. F-Soul into the wall. Trey goes by. And Trey has just had enough of F-Stool. Has just moved him out of the way. Toyota teammate, a lot of manufacturer beefs tonight, I have noticed. Coming around, we're going to get the one to go here. The 92 car of Shmee has not won yet this season. He will see the white flag here one more time around Atlanta. A surgical performance by the 92 team. Through 1 and 2. No pressure from anyone behind him. Kappa is 10 seconds back. Shmee around turns 3 and 4. The king of the ATL today is the 92 car of Shmee. Shmee gets it done at Atlanta. So now that is 2 for 2 on non-playoff drivers winning the championship races. Kappa gets second, big point save for him. Trey gets fourth, who obviously swept the first 2 stages, and you saw the incident there with him and F-Stool. We'll try to get a camera on those two, see if there's any sort of beef post-race between those two. Now, front stretch interview here, standing by with the 92 driver of the Mr. Puffs 92 car for that Northern Racing team. Shmee, been a while since we've seen you here in the USCL, and in almost one of your first starts back, you come out here and absolutely dominate at an oval. Not a lot of people really expected this. What was kind of the expectation going into this week on how you think you'd perform?
To be honest, entering the race, I didn't expect much, and starting P5, I was kind of expecting to just be like an extra buffer for Trey on the points. So it kind of turned out because my car shut off at the end of stage 1 and 2, so Trey got the advantage on me. So I thought it was going to end like that with being the buffer for Trey. But in stage 3, I just sailed away in the last 100 laps. It was very surprising to see.
Obviously, tires were the name of the game tonight. Did you feel any sort of fall off in stage 3, or did you worry about any sort of fall off and maybe anyone catching you because of the tire fall off in stage 3?
Stage 1 and 2 were like the precursor to what was stage 3 bound to happen. And after like 25, at the end of stage 1 and 2, the 25 lap stints, the tires did start to fall off, and I noticed that I was kind of gaining on the field whenever the tires played into part. So this was kind of surprising, and also not surprising that I was able to pull such a massive gap to the leaders, to everyone else at the end of stage 3.
That was 92 car of Shmi. Absolute surgical performance tonight here at Atlanta. If you could leave, we're going to get more interviews in here.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, leave the VC.
Alright.
Where's your kids? Where are you at?
I am in my car.
Oh, not you. I thought you were Kappa.
No. Oh, give me me.
There's Kappa.
I hate this thing, bro.
Kappa, driver of the number 29 car. Kappa, wasn't a great start to the night in stage 1 and 2, but you came from behind. You were able to recover for a second place finish. How does it feel being in a much better point situation going into the championship race at Iowa?
I'm not really in a better point position at all because we got people fucking coercing the point system with fucking Shmi handing stage wins to Trey, and non-Champ 4 drivers are racing Champ 4 guys like crap, and it's fucking... The officiating was terrible. There was nothing good about that race, bro. The cars were awful. It's the final 3 races of the season, and we have back-to-back terrible races, bro, with the cars and the track, and there's not much else to say about it. It was just fucking terrible.
So I think a big thing coming from you was driver etiquette on the track tonight. So do you think something should be done in this final race about non-Champ 4 drivers racing Champ 4 drivers the way that they did?
Yes, this happened back-to-back fucking weeks, and it was worse at Bristol, but it was also really bad today. I mean, I felt like it was just getting sent by someone who's not Champ 4, getting the track, getting hit off the corners to stall my runs and shit, and it's like, they have no reason to be doing that. They're not racing for shit, and it cost me so much time. Back-to-back weeks, I lose spots because of it. I was getting walled by non-Champ 4 guys. Chase was hitting the wall and then pulling down in front of me like 6 times in a row, and our officials did nothing about it. They never do anything about shit. There's never cautions called. There was like 2 or 3 top 3 crashes that they just didn't throw cautions for. It's fucking ridiculous, bro.
Very colorful interview from Kappa tonight. He comes away second, though, at his home track of Atlanta. So, tempers flaring tonight. Absolute domination from the 92 of Shmi. Victorious tonight here from Atlanta. But definitely a lot of blame flying around racing etiquettes and Champ 4 drivers racing against non-Champ 4 drivers. Kappa, you heard him right there, felt like he wasn't raced really cleanly. Trey got put into the wall a couple of times. I don't know, man. We'll have to see about it. But all we do know, and it was absolute clinical performance tonight by the 92 of Shmi, dominating the race. He comes away with his first win of the season, I believe his first D1 win. One of the other times we broadcasted the race, he almost won, and that was at the Daytona RC. So Shmi finally comes away with the win. That's going to do it tonight from the booth. I am Mason, your commentator, signing off. We will see you next week for the championship race at Iowa. Good night, USCL.